Hello everyone, welcome to Moe'S CD Culture Show and Tell. And before I begin, I just want to quickly say that, like I said in previous episodes, I may not always have the entire collection of a group or an artist, but doesn't mean that I don't want to. I always have full 100% intent of getting everything, but what I present on this program is what I have. And as you see, whatever I try to get, I always try to get the complete collection. So even in my next episodes, there's always going to be at least maybe one or two from the discography I'm missing, but I get the bulk of what's important, the most essentials. So I had grown up on much music, especially during the pretty much the late '80s, all the '90s, and a little bit into the 2000s. Whenever humanly possible, I would have the channel to much music. You know, always listening for great classic songs that I love or something new, and so many of the bands, the way I got introduced to them was through, in some cool ways too, as you'll see with some bands I will come up with in future episodes, in from watching videos or even sometimes from a commercial on, you know a little 30-second commercial, and it gets you like, whoa, what was that? I have to go buy that album. But this next album, this next artist, and of course, pretty much the whole world who knows about this band probably discovered it in the same way I did from the video, from watching Not Much Music. But we're going to start off with the self-titled Gorillaz, and I love this album. I love everything on it. I love every album in their collection, by the way. So let's just get that out of the way. But I really love that first track on this. Oh, it's his 2001's self-titled album, by the way. But the rehash, the title track, I remember the first time I heard that, and that beat, that doom 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 doom. Oh, I love that. Just the way it begins. That first track is just a banger. Then you get 5/4, which referring to the time signature of the song. Is written in 5/4 time. So you should look into more into the songs that are written in 5/4. There's some pretty cool songs written in 5/4. So then the third track, Tomorrow Comes Today, there's a cool video that comes with that. Then there's New Genius. Then there's Clint Eastwood. Everybody knows Clint Eastwood. You know, hey, it's just a great song, great video. That's what introduced me to the band. The first time I heard, Clint Eastwood, and it's such an ominous, song for. I loved it. I love it. I think people who are familiar with this band, they love it too. It's a classic song. And then you get Man Research. There's Punk, which I really like that. I think it has such a kick to it. It is their little punk song. Then there's Sound Check. Gravity. I like that. Double bass. Then it's time to rock the house. Then there is 2000, which is awesome too. Some really great strong tracks on this. Then there's Latin Simone, Starshine, Slow Counter, and M1A1. Which it's a good one. It's a classic one. I had like for a while there I wasn't finding it anywhere, and then all of a sudden, boom, it showed up, and like, yep, I had to pick it up. Absolutely. But then now we're going to go into the next album, which is Demon Days. Yeah, I really do like this too. This is 2005, and it starts off with an intro. Then it goes into the first kind of cool song. I really like that track, Last Living Souls, and then that awesome bass. It's really the bass for kids with guns. Doom 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 doom. I don't want to go into it, but yeah, that's Kids with Guns are awesome. Then there's Oh Green World, Dirty Harry, which, yeah, I love Dirty Harry. And then there's Feel Good, which is, I love the video. Great. Like, it's probably up there as one of the top, like, one of the coolest bass lines. If not in the top 10 or top 15 for sure. I mean, I hold Schism, Tool Schism up there as, an epic bass line. As you would maybe even Queen's, doom, 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 doom. I mean, that's a pretty classic bass line. Then you get El Manana. Then there's Every Planet We Reach is Dead. November Has Come. All Alone. White Light. And one of my favorites too is Dare. I really enjoyed Dare. Dare is good. And then you got the Fire Coming Out of the Monkey's Head, which is a cool little, almost like a little story. He talks during that. And then Don't Get Lost in Heaven. And then the last song is the title track, Demon Days. And it's not a really good view of them. That's kind of profile, but you can see starting up at the upper left and going, and we'll go from left to right, and then from left to right. So we'll start here with 2D, and then you got Murdoch, and then here's Russell. And then you got Noodles. And that's them in the back. You see the track list there. Yeah. So anybody who knows this band knows that it was created by Damon Albarn of the Blur fame. And also the music part of it was from Damon Albarn. The artistic part, all the drawings and the animation stuff, is all from Jamie Hewlett. So yeah, those two are the brains that put this kind of a collected group together, basically. So, but I really have a soft spot for this next album, which is Plastic Beach. There's some I love putting that on. One day, I can't find it on YouTube anymore, but there was one time I found there was like a video, okay, like it's pretty much like every track on this album had a video to accompany it. I was basically able to listen to the whole entire album, but watching video after video after video of it. I thought it was pretty interesting. I mean, but it starts with a little orchestral intro, then it goes into the Welcome to the World of the Plastic Beach, which has a bit of Snoop Dogg in it. Then there's White Flag. Excuse me. Rhino Eyes. Then, Bruce Willis in the video for Stylo, song number 5. Again, with the groovy bass lines that just drives the song along. Then this is probably one of my personal favorites. I love the way they rap it. I just love the lyrics. I love the whole style. It's Super Fast Jellyfish. There's something about that song. It just catches my ear. Then there's Empire Ants. There's Glitter Freeze. Some Kind of Nature with Lou Reed. And then there's On Melancholy Hill, which is again a really great song. My younger heavy metal days, my teenage years would not have liked this. I snubbed because I was such a metalhead back then. I would snub my nose to a lot of this kind of stuff. Like never would I ever listen to Coldplay. I kind of like Coldplay now, but never back then would I ever like Coldplay or anything from like something from this. But then you got Broken, Sweepstakes, Plastic Beach, To Binge, which I really like that. Then Cloud of Unknowing, and the last song, Pirate Jet. This is a great album. I I just like. Again, this is one of those albums I like to put on when I'm taking a bath. I have a few albums that I like to put on when I take a bath. And, well, today, yeah, actually, speaking of bath, I actually did play this earlier while taking a bath. So, yeah, just like not even like about 3 hours before filming this that I took a bath and I played this. So yeah, but that's Plastic Beach. I think is fantastic. Now I will admit, from here on in, I find the albums kind of take a bit of just a bit of a dip. They don't have that same. But again, I need to listen to them more. The kind of you know to get the distinction from each of the albums, because that's what you need. You need the because if you sometimes the first impressions, as important as they are, they're not always definitive of what the album does become for you. Like certain albums that I wasn't really into at the beginning as much, but the more I listen to them, the more they make sense, and then you pick out more of the distinctive qualities that make it the special album that it actually was all along that you didn't realize. But then there's this, The Fall, which I like. I mean, the Phoner to Arizona, the first song is good. There's Revolving Door, Hillbilly Man, Detroit, Chi-Town, Little Pink Plastic Bags, The Jocelyn Spider, The Parish of Space Dust, The Snake in Dallas, Amarillo, It Speaks It Mountains, The Speak It Mountains. Yeah, that number 11, The Speak It Mountains. That kind of tripped me up for a second. Aspen Forest, Bobby in Phoenix, California and the Slipping of the Sun, and then the last song, Seattle Yodel. And I haven't really listened to this too much. I do want to listen to it more. This also came out in 2010. The same year. It came out the same year as Plastic Beach. So in some way, I kind of consider that kept like it's a quick follow up from Plastic Beach. But I really love Plastic Beach. So yeah, Plastic Beach and this came out the same year, 2010. Now, before I had gotten all of those, this was the first thing I got of Gorillaz, because you can't like the Gorillaz and not start somewhere and try to get all the best stuff. So I ended up getting this twice, because and I tell you why. The first time I bought this, it didn't have the second disc DVD on the DVD. It didn't have that. So I had to get it a second time, and I gave my CD copy, just the one that I had with just the CD only, to my bro Chris. Yeah. So that's the whole team and everything right in there. Yeah, it's a cool thing. Now, yeah, with the DVD, it has all the videos, from Tomorrow Comes Today, Clint Eastwood, 2000, Rock the House, Feel Good Inc., Dare, Dirty Harry, Kids with Guns. That's from the Demon Days live video. El Manana, Stylo, Super Fast Jellyfish Live. I actually kind of like the song version better than the video version of it, the live version of it. And then there's On Melancholy Hill and Dynamatic. Now, honestly, when I first heard Donamatic, or what is it called? Donkomatic. Yeah, Donkomatic. I actually thought that, because before seeing the video, I had only heard the song, and I honestly thought it was a female singing. It's not. It's a guy, but the way he sang it is like it's just like it's kind of really weird. It's like that's a guy. I really thought it was going to be a female singing that. Okay, it's still an awesome song. I still really like it. I still enjoy it. But it's just a little weird seeing the video and hearing, and still in my ears, I still I hear a girl's voice coming out of this guy's mouth. Okay, it works for it, and I actually like it. Probably to other people it doesn't sound like that at all, and great for you if it doesn't sound that way. But to me, it did. It's like okay, it totally blew my mind. And there's also bonus extras too, like interviews and a little documentary type thing there. It's actually pretty cool. So I really like this. Yeah. The CD, I barely ever play the CD because if I'm going to play this, I play it in the DVD. I'm playing the videos. So that is going to conclude this episode of Moe'S CD Culture Show and Tell. Again, everyone, be safe, take care, have a great day, evening, night, wherever you may be, and I will see you on the flip side. Later.